What is going on, good people? What is going on? Hey man, we ain't out here in the yard, but hey, what we gonna do tonight? We gonna kick back. Hence the reason why it's called the kickback. So yeah, I'm gonna jump over here in the chat, see how y'all doing. I mean, it's just a little midweek. I don't know how y'all week has been going. How's it been going? Um, I know people up north. Whew, like Minnesota. I don't know if Ope is in here, but man, out that way, Michigan, that UP area, man, y'all about to get pounded with snow. I don't know how y'all live out there. I was talking to Ope about that earlier, man. I don't know how y'all live out there. I can't do it. I can't do it. I mean, the cold doesn't bother me that much, but that kind of cold, I mean, I saw this one lady. I mean, she was on there. They literally froze their pants like overnight, like outside, and they're just like standing up. I can't do that. I can't do that. Like an egg. She cracked the egg and it froze, like literally right there on the ground, froze in midair. Nah, man. Why? No. I don't. I don't see how y'all can live up there. But I'm gonna jump over here in the chat, and then the first person that I see, of course, is my man Jacob. Got that Aggie shirt on. You know, y'all know Aggie or nothing. So most of y'all know I graduated from HBCU, North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University in Greensboro, North Carolina. And yesterday was February 1. So happy February 1, belated February 1 to all the Aggies out there. If you're listening, you know what I'm talking about. So, um, man, February 1 is a big deal for the Aggies. I mean, that was a major deal. If you're not familiar with February 1 or why it is important, just type in your good friend Google the Greensboro 4, and I'm pretty sure you'll find what you need from there. So, yeah, man, love my Aggies out there. Had to rep. It was a good day to get out here and start representing. Um, so who else we got in the chat? James, welcome to the chat. What's going on, my man out there? I see my man Turf out there. Yeah, frozen eggs in midair. Yeah, nah, I'll pass on all of that. I want no parts of that. So I'm gonna ask y'all. I just hit play on some music just now. If y'all can hear it, let me know. Is it too loud? Is it right where it need to be? Um, Hence why y'all kind of see a different little setup, a new look. So this is why I named this segment New Toys and Vibes. So the vibes just came in. We just brought that music in there. Let me know if it's too loud. Let me know if it's right where it need to be. Um, and y'all can see I got a different little setup. I got my mic. We got that mounted over here on the desk. We gonna get into it. We gonna get into it. I got a couple new little gadgets here. So Aldo says no music is perfect. From Evie does it. Let me see. Maybe a notch or two. Anybody hear it? Are we hearing it? Is it right where it need to be? Okay, you hear it now. There we go. So I just didn't want to. I didn't want to bring it in too loud, so it was down pretty low. I ain't want to. Ain't want to ain't want to overpower y'all with the music. So let's jump back up to the top of the chat. See who else is in here. My man Jay. Hey, Super TA, what's going on, man? KOTG. Hey, I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Um, Hey man, I've been a big supporter. Hey, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Um, Let me see who else we got in here. We already talked to my man Aldo. I know he in here. Steel cut lawns and landscaping. What's going on? Who else we got in here? I think that's everybody right there. Um, we gonna scroll down. So that's why I brought this in here. So new gadgets. I mean, everybody wants to know what we got going on for new toys, new gadgets. So I've got a number of things that I've got for this upcoming season. So one of them being let's start inside. So right now I'm actually going from my new PC. Well, it's actually not a PC. I can't say it's a new PC because it's a Mac. So I did get a Mac. I switched over. Y'all know I am team Android all the way when it comes to the phone, and it will remain that way. But one of the things that I did find out is some compatibility issues. So I'm dealing with that. External hard drives aren't really compatible as far as reading data off of it unless you give Apple some more money and you got to go buy this extra thing to make it work with both the Mac and the PC. So I am just not a fan of the way Apple's business model worked. I get it, but nah, that's why I'm team Android. But like from a video editing, video creator standpoint, everything that I've read and looked into, it just says that Apple is the way to go for it. The M1 chip, I did go ahead and just get the M1 chip in it. So I got the Mac Pro with that M1 chip in there. And I can say from a editor standpoint, that last video, I mean, it literally took 5 minutes to export. So that export went from typically taking me 3 hours to just even export on my old computer. It went down to 5 minutes. So I can say that was, I think that part of it is worth it. What is not worth it is the growing pains that I'm going through. Like I am going through some growing pains over here. And I know if y'all could only be in the chat with Polo and Turf and I, we work in chat, man, when we behind the scenes and I got this computer. I sent them a message. I was like, I feel like I'm getting shamed just by standing in this store. I feel like standing in this store is about to be a problem from here on out. And man, when I got to the house, I started working with it. A couple of days later, I was working with it. Maybe 3 or 4 days later, man, I was ready to walk this daggone computer back into that store. It was probably about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm a night owl, so I'm usually up doing my stuff at night. So it was probably 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I was working on something, trying to do this, trying to do that, and it just was not cooperating with the simple things. Like I just wanted the simple things to work, and I couldn't. I was struggling. If Apple had been open that night at like 4 o'clock in the morning, I wouldn't have this computer because I would have dropped this joker off right then and there. I would have walked it right back in the store and like, y'all can have it. But being that didn't happen, here you go. I'm still working with it. I'm learning it. I'm getting there. I mean, it is what it is. I'm still team Android. This laptop is the closest that I'm gonna get to Apple. I don't want to get any deeper than this. So I'm gonna just let it ride with what I got right now. I need it for my editing. It is doing what it needs to do. The next new thing that I'll say that I have switched editing software. So before I was working with Shotcut. Shotcut was one that I was working with as far as all of my editing. I had zero editing experience prior to starting my YouTube journey last year. Didn't know anything about it. So I opened up Davinci Resolve previously, looked at it. Then I looked at a couple of other softwares and I was like, nope, This is too much for me. I can't do it. Like I cannot. I need something. I need editing for kids, editing for babies, and Shotcut was it. But I was able to do a lot with it. As you can see, all my videos last year were edited with Shotcut. So if you're a beginner out there, you're just getting started in this journey, you need an editing software, I recommend Shotcut to get started. But I wouldn't wait too long to go ahead and transition over to Davinci Resolve. You might just want to start in Davinci Resolve. If I probably should have just did that, then I wouldn't be going through this growing pain that I'm going through right now. Because right now I'm learning a new computer, a new editing software, all at the same time. Hence why, like on this live, getting it started, I was a little more nervous than I was on my normal lives. Why? I got a new computer. I got a new whole setup. And then that brings to another thing that I'm going live. I am using a new streaming service. So I have changed over to Ecamm. So I'm using Ecamm right now for my streaming. And I do like this. Like I like this. I like this this Ecamm thing that they got going. I'm rocking with this. So given that this is the route that things are going, hey man, I'm liking this part of the transition. But it has been some growing pain. So that is my inside new tools that I'm going to be working with, new computer, new editing software, and a new streaming platform that I'm using. So I'm over here struggling a little bit, y'all. And what I will say is with all of this new stuff, I feel like I need to call and apologize to my parents. And the reason that I say that is because, our parents always, I mean, for majority of us, like our parents are older. We're getting up there a little up there in age ourselves. So that says the same thing about our parents. So at that point, my parents always called me for computer advice. Yeah, let me get Cam, how you do this, or is doing this. So I help them out as much as I can virtually, like through the phone. But sometimes it gets a little frustrating because you kind of know what to do and they just can't get there. But I always try to keep my patience, keep my cool. But I feel like I'm in my parents' shoes with this Mac and this new streaming software. Davinci Resolve wasn't too bad. I kind of by about hour 3 or 4 of working on Davinci Resolve, I knew where stuff was and I was doing it. So Davinci Resolve, that transition wasn't too bad. It was at first, but I think it was more me getting used to the computer than it was Davinci Resolve. But yeah, man, I feel like I just need to call to apologize to my parents. It's like, look, I understand how y'all felt when y'all couldn't figure some things out on the computer. Yeah, because that's where I'm at. Hey, but I felt like I need to apologize to them for that. But I'm gonna jump over here in the chat, see what's going on. See what I see. Turf trying to get some people straight. I don't know if y'all can hear the helicopter flying over, but they flying low. My goodness, I already know what that is. Yeah, we gonna jump over here. Turf trying to get some people squared away on Davinci Resolve. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, man, Turf is a beast on that Davinci Resolve. Y'all see his videos, but outside of the videos, it's just knowing exactly what's going on inside it and how to do a lot of that stuff. Yeah, man, Turf's the man on that one, and I'm learning it. I'm getting there. It's not too bad. The transition really wasn't that bad, and on top of that, it's free. Like the power that's in that editing software and the fact that it's free, I don't know how you beat that. I don't know where else you're gonna find a software that is that powerful and free 99. So that covers that covers inside. That covers inside everything that I'm doing. I don't think I got anything else new. Um, I will be upgrading my setup as far as like streaming and everything. I think I'm gonna get a new desk and everything. I'm gonna move downstairs into the basement so I can have me a permanent setup, like streaming location, and also like a editing scenario. But the only thing is that with that is I don't like being stationary while I'm editing, or having to be stationary while I'm editing, because I'm at a desk most of the day now because I'm working from remote for a little bit longer, and I just want to get up and move, especially when the weather warms up. I'll be outside editing, or I'll go sit on the porch and edit, sit somewhere. I just don't like having to be tied down when I'm editing. But I do like having, like, if I was to have a second monitor, I do like that for having like a permanent setup. Boom, I can go in, plug in, and then when it's time to stream, like I ain't gotta go find a whole bunch of stuff and set everything up and tear it back down every time I get ready to stream. So I am gonna do that. I think I'm gonna get that permanent area that I can set up. Hey man, I'm stepping into that YouTuber game. Hey man, you gotta have a setup. Polo done got his game stepped up. He done got his little setup with all his little lights and everything in the back. Turf done set his stuff up all the way over there in Germany. So yeah, man, I'm gonna have to step the game up and get me a nice little setup. Trini, I see that I ain't seen you in a while. How's it going? Glad to see you over here in the chat. Cam, Super TA, Cam, your quality looks great. Outstanding. Let me try this. Oh, I remember Turf said I could do that. Yeah. I don't know how to move it though. Okay. That's how you move it. I told y'all, I'm learning, like literally I'm learning all of this right now on the fly with y'all. So how do I take that down? Gotcha. I appreciate that, Super TA. Hey man, I appreciate that. And that is one of the benefits to my upgrade, is that now I am streaming in 1080. So I got that minimum HD going. It ain't full HD, but I got that minimum HD. And it looks like I'm not buffering over here. So everything is coming through good. It don't look like I have that turf dial up. I ain't got that turf dial up over here. Everything seems to be playing smooth as I look over and monitor it. So I think we good. Polo, he was like, what do I like about the Apple? Export time. I'm gonna be honest. Export time on my video, I mentioned that in my videos, I mentioned that earlier, but right now, that's really the only thing that I like about this computer is the export time. Like I just, and it's been this way for a while, because like I have, like Turf got on me. He was like, Cam, stop trying to treat it like a PC. It's no longer a PC. Like it's you left that. Like get over it. But that's all I've known. Like all I have ever known is a PC. So I don't know anything else. He was like, stop trying to. Well, what else am I supposed to treat it like, Turf? What am I supposed to treat it like? So yeah, man, it is. I like the fact, I like the speed and the power that it has right now. Editing has been quicker. Exporting has been quicker. Upload to YouTube has been about the same, because I don't think that's computer dependent. I think that's all based on YouTube, how they prioritize your uploads and all of that stuff. Like so computer wise, yeah, that's what I like about it. That export time. Everything else, I just don't like the way that Apple's are set up. I don't like the way any of their products are set up. Phones, I had an iPhone when I was in Japan, because that's what they basically give them phones away over there in Japan. So I had that for the whole year that I was in country in Japan, and I just did not like the way that it was set up. It's just not me. Um, I just don't like it. Is what it is. Team Android, all day, every day. Let's go. um, I'm gonna get over here. Striper man, I seen you jumped in. You jumped in here. What's going on? What's going on there, Striper man? All right, so now let's take it to the outside. Like, so what am I using, or what do I have new from outside? So when we get out there into the lawn, I got a couple of new things that I'm gonna be bringing out for the year, and that's gonna be this is gonna be something different. This is gonna be a change for me again. You gotta continue to grow. You gotta continue to do something new, something different, and continue to elevate your game. So when we get outside, y'all have seen it already in some shots and stuff in my videos. I did grab a drone. Thank you again. I mentioned it in my last kickback, but thank you again to my family. Um, because they all came together. They did get me a drone for Christmas, and I will definitely be flying that drone in a couple of videos. Almost, I can't wait to see these stripes back here. I can't wait to be laying some stripes and like flying the drone over, like probably like May, end of May, June time frame, when them stripes is popping just like they are in the back. Whew. Yeah, man, I'm ready to get some of that drone footage flying across some stripes. So that is something new that I'm coming through with. Uh, I got the drone. I'm still learning it. I'm going out and I'm just flying it, just trying to get used to controls and all of that stuff. Because I ain't played video games in a long time, and the reason I quit playing video games because they got too many buttons on them for me nowadays. Them controllers just got too many buttons. So now I'm out there trying to fly the drone with all the and some moves that I want to make. I'm using every single button that's on the controller to be able to get the move that I want. So again, that's another thing that I'm learning. So this off season, like I have really been having to learn a lot of things that weren't necessarily directly related to like lawn care. But it's learning this Mac, learning a new editing software, learning a new streaming software, learning how to fly this drone, learning like all of the ins and outs of that. So I haven't had a chance to learn and study as much as I wanted to, as far as lawn goes, but I have been doing it. Not that I've neglected it. I just haven't had a chance to put as much time into learning new information with it because I've been trying to learn all of this this new tech that I've got with me. But yeah, man, we're gonna get through it, and we're gonna continue to learn, and that's what we've been doing. And Striper man, did someone say stripes? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We said stripes. And I mean, the way this weather is going in some areas, definitely not here, because it's cold up here in Maryland right now. We had 2 decent days. We got up into the mid 40s yesterday and today. But other than that, like it has been cold. So my neighbor's front yard, which doesn't get a lot of sun, it still probably got like 2 inches of snow, like all the way across the front of it. So we was talking about soil temps and everything in the We Working chat, and what came out of that was my soil temps is on froze. Like the ground is froze around here. So it ain't really nothing for me to get hype about just yet. But Polo, on the other hand, he already getting hyped for the season. I was like, man, I ain't got there yet. I need a little bit more warm weather before I start getting hype about the lawn season. So I'm pretty sure it'll get here. It's gonna come. Turf had a live last week. Was it last week? Earlier this week? I think it was earlier this week, where he was kind of talking about like some of the climate change and all of that. I agree, and I think I've heard Matt Martin say this before too. Is that I think we need a calendar update. I think we need a calendar reset or update or something, because the climate has just shifted. Like it's just shifted. It's not the same as what it once was. And like I look back, now I got some years to look back. I mean, climate it's not the same as what it was previously. Like things have kind of shifted a little bit, and they're not in the same place as where they once were. So yeah, man, I think I agree. I think we need a calendar update or something. Super TA spoiler Cam's gonna break out I am. Like, so I do have I've got my Parkway strip out there, that I will definitely be real mowing. So that's gonna be a little trial. It's tall fescue and Kentucky bluegrass. So I will be real mowing that this year. So first off, in the spring, I gotta figure out to level it. Like I gotta level is nowhere near as level as it needs to be. I need to at least get the big dips and stuff out of it, so I can at least enjoy the mow on that area and it cut even. So I'm gonna need to do a little leveling this spring once it starts growing. I'm gonna kind of get out there, level it a little bit. It ain't gonna be nothing major, but my Parkway area out there is probably 50 square feet, maybe 100 square feet, or something like that. So it ain't gonna be nothing major, but you right, Super TA. I'm gonna put that real more on some tall fescue. I'm gonna try and keep it at an inch. I'm gonna try and keep it at an inch or under. I'm gonna go with an inch. We gonna try and keep it at an inch, and we gonna see what it do. I'm gonna try it out. It's a little small area. Y'all know I like to try stuff, so I'm gonna try it out and see how it works. Yeah, about 10 minutes. Deptford, New Jersey. Nah, I haven't. Super TA. I haven't heard of your area. I haven't heard of that area. What is it? What part of Jersey? What part of Jersey is that in? I know where Pine Belt is. I think is that Pine Belt, Pine Valley, Pine Belt, New Jersey. Which is it's the only time I've been through Jersey. I'm gonna be honest, is going to trap shooting competitions, and it was at Pine Belt, and then I went to Pine Valley. Pine Valley, I know that's not a location, but I think Pine Belt is a city in Jersey, and we used to go up there and shoot for a competition. But yeah, man, I'm not familiar with Jersey at all very much. Let me see what else we got going on over here in the chat. Boom, boom, boom. Mix with. I see Evie does it. Okay, mix with. You've seen turf at 3/4 of an inch mixed with KBG. Okay. I'm that's what I'm interested in. That the parkway that I'm talking about, it is shaded. It's pretty shaded. It's not in the. It's not gonna get like beaming sun, especially once the summer gets here. So it's gonna be shaded, which is one of the reasons why I'm trying it in that area. And if it works, I think that's gonna be one of the reasons why it's gonna be successful too. Also, is that it is gonna be pretty shaded. It's gonna stay a little cooler in those areas. It's not gonna have the sun beaming on it. But I'm gonna try to stay. I'm gonna try and take it. I'm gonna probably start at like an inch, and then I'm gonna try and see how that works out at an inch, and then I might take it down. I might take it down a little bit. I might try that 3/4 of an inch if I can get it level enough and it's actually surviving and holding up. So yeah, man, if it's doing all right, then yeah, I might take it to 3/4 of an inch. Tall fescue at 3/4 of an inch. I've never seen it, but if you've seen it, I believe you. Um, but man, so we were talking about this in the We Work in chat today. I've got this. I have an appreciation for low cut turf. Um, this year I am going to cut my front and back no higher. So back will be no higher than 3. I held 3 inches height of cut. I held my back at 3 inches last year, all last year, and y'all saw how it looks. Y'all see how it looks now. Y'all saw how it performed last year. Um, I'm with it. Like that backyard, it gets a decent amount of shade. Also, it also keeps my disease pressure down. Um, so I will be continuing to keep that at 3 inches next year. Worked out great in the back. In the front, I did jack the mower up and cut it tall and cut it high and all of that. But I do have an appreciation for shortcut turf. And the reason is that it's always tight. Like like you can keep it so tight, like, and everything looks crisp. I give y'all that. I will give y'all people that's real mowing and all of that. I have an appreciation for that. Will I ever have a full yard that I'm real mowing? I don't know about that much, but I do respect it. I do have an appreciation for low cut turf. I mean, some of the nitrogen management that y'all are doing, like a lot of the different factors, it brings in a whole new challenge with having low cut turf, PGRs, all of that. That's something different. So I would like to get into that a little bit, which is why I'm real mowing that little parkway. And then outside of that, I'm gonna take my front yard and I'm gonna cut it no higher than 3.5. Maybe summertime I might go up to 3.5. It may not ever get there because like I'm gonna keep it like between 3 and 3.5, which the back was at 3 and it looked amazing. And I think I'm gonna be between that 3.5 range this year on the front. I have high expectations for my front. It was just looking so good like this fall. The overseed filled in amazing. It just came in. The front yard just came in so strong in the fall. I'm just only imagining what it's gonna look like May, early June when it really gets going. Like I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna see how it works out. I need to pop this up here. I just saw it. Transylvania turf. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. It's always a benefit to be able to get the super chats as they come through. I appreciate it, and it will be going back into the channel. And as y'all know, I mean, my channel is now monetized, and I definitely appreciate the super chats and all of that. Everything that comes from the channel, it gets poured back into the channel. I mean, that's just what it is. It helps me with learning more information, taking these tests that I'm getting ready to take, and it just helps pour back into it, like getting the camera gear, getting a new laptop, getting all of this stuff so that I can now bring y'all medium or minimum HD. I'm still in 1080. I ain't got that 4K streaming yet, but I don't think anybody's streaming in 4K. Can you stream in 4K? Hey Turf, can you stream in 4K on YouTube? I don't know if you can do that yet, but anyway, yeah, man, I just pour it right back into the channel. just to be able to help me be able to provide you better content, better information. And then we can, I mean, it's a better enjoyment for everybody. So I definitely appreciate it. Definitely Transylvania. I mean, I think you were in the We Working Live last week and was making it rain, shall I say. And we definitely appreciate it. It's going to a good cause for all of us as we're going to continue to build that We Working team, and as we continue to build the YouTube channel over there as it comes out. It's going right back into it, man. And I definitely appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate the support. And just on that note, I just want to take a pause and just say thank you. Like I think that was one of them things where it was just like, it just hit me. Like I haven't done like an appreciation type of video or live yet. I have one in mind of when I get to a milestone, but I'm not gonna wait for a milestone. I'm gonna just do it right here and right now. Thank y'all for everybody that's in the chat. Thank y'all for pulling up. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. Thank y'all for supporting the We Working cause, the We Working team. And thank y'all. I just wanted to stop the music, stop everything, and just give their appreciation, because like y'all are the reason that I do what I do. Y'all are the reasons. Like, I just want to continue to provide as good of information, knowledge that I'm able to give, continue to learn, take y'all on a journey, give you some good vibes along the way. And we gonna have a good time. And that's one of the things that I look to bring, and I hope that I'm bringing to the community. And from the comments and everything that I get, y'all are getting the vibes and everything, and the goal that I'm trying to do with this. All right, y'all, we gonna get them tunes back going. So, all right. So outside, drone is one thing for outside. The next thing for outside is I'm gonna be using some battery equipment. Hold on. We gotta hold on 1 second. Before we start talking about that, hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me see if we can. Let me see. Y'all know I'm learning new software right now. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm doing this. All right, and then I just did this. Nope, that ain't it.
I think, yeah, you brought me on, but look, I'm gonna come back. Let's try again in like 5 minutes. I gotta go.
Okay.
Right when I thought I was safe, I'm not safe. I'll be back.
All right, so I don't know if y'all heard that. Y'all may or may not have heard that, but I was getting ready to bring a guest on, and then that guest was like, he got called away for some other duties. So we gonna get back. So outside, battery equipment. So I am going to be using some battery. I have been a full gas man all my life. All I've ever used is gas powered equipment for everything and anything. So this is going to be my first run with battery powered equipment. So we gonna try it out, and we're gonna see how it works. I'm a little hesitant. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm hesitant. But from what I hear, gas powered stuff, battery powered stuff has come a long way. And I'm gonna take y'all on this journey with me. I'm gonna keep it 100 with everybody. I mean, if I like it, I'm gonna tell you I like it. If I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you I don't like it. And that's the way it is. And that's one of the things that you can always expect when you come to my channel. If it's something that I don't like, or something that is a challenge for me or doesn't quite fit me, I'm gonna let y'all know. And just like this whole Apple setup, like I got it, I'm working with it and all of that, but I'm not a fan. I don't like it at all. Another thing that I don't like, and I don't think I've told y'all, but I made a video on it that I didn't release, but I sprayed some hydrotane last year. And one of the things that I am not a fan of, I am not a fan of hose in. I am not a fan of hose in anything. Don't attach me to a hose and I got to drag that joker around 8,000 square feet and I got to drag that joker around the yard. I don't care how long the water hose is. I don't care how quick y'all say it is. All you got to do is screw it on. Give me a 4-gallon backpack sprayer. I'll mix that joker up and go out there and spray what I need to spray and get everything watered in the same amount of time that y'all dragging that hose around. I am not a fan of dragging hoses around. That just, if you want to irritate me, I even hate having to hand water stuff. Like some of the stuff, like if I got to hand water something and I got to pull the hose out there, like some of the areas out in my parkway, like my irrigation reaches it, but it doesn't reach it good enough. So a lot of times, like I got to go out and hand water some stuff to make sure stuff is staying hydrated. And I hate it. Like I hate it. I hate dragging a hose. And like people, when they do overseeding or they do renovations, and they're out there moving hoses and stuff around, I got out of that quick. I was like, Cam, I came up with a solution, and timers are that solution. There's no reason to be out there dragging hoses or moving sprinklers and hoses around when they have the amazing invention of timers. You can go straight to Lowe's, your big box, whatever. Pick you up some timers. You can run multiple heads off of it. You can set them up in the zones. Like, and you ain't never got to go out there and move a hose, move a sprinkler or nothing. I hate dragging hose, period. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. So I don't know why. I don't know how I ended up on that. Oh, if I don't like something, I'm gonna let y'all know. So that's the way. That's where I stand on that. So I am going. I see. I think James. You asked me, am I going a specific brand? I can't remember. I was just looking. I was trying to get by. I saw you flash up, but I didn't get a chance to read it. I'm strolling back up. Am I going Toro? I'll be honest. Yes, I am. I am going Toro. I already had the Toro 22-inch recycler. So yeah, I am going Toro. I like that mower. That was the first mower I personally bought. I have had zero issues out of it. I have not treated it properly in the first 3 years of me owning it. And I've done better since then. Once I learned better, I started to do better. But even during the times where it's been treated rough, I haven't had zero issues out of it. So yeah, I am for the pricing and where Toro products are. I am going Toro for the battery power stuff. And then battery more. Let's see if I can. Boom. I probably need it. Yeah. All right. So Super TA. Everything else is great. Okay. Cool. I appreciate that. I appreciate your insight on it. We gonna find out. I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna try it out and see what it's talking about. Y'all saw last year that I did go buy that the Echo trimmer. So I bought the PAS 25 something. And I was in between getting the gas version and the battery powered version. Echo's a good, like, when it comes to their power tools and everything, Echo's a good, and they're known for the commercial stuff also. So I was like, huh. And I think I seen Backyard All Day. I saw he had bought the battery powered version, and I was just gonna try. I wanted to go that route and just try it out. Uh, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't make the jump to battery at that point in time. So I did get the gas version of it. I am happy with it. It would probably be like I said in my review, it'd probably be a little underpowered for a commercial guy. But I think for a home lawn, it has plenty of power. It's good to go. No issues there. But like it was just hard for me to make that battery jump. I'm still a little hesitant about it myself. So let me jump over here. I'm Lawn Maverick. I respect this comment. I respect that, and uh, I'm the same way. Like as a pro, I agree. I agree. There's some for a pro. I think there's some places that it fits, and some places where it just doesn't make sense for you to go battery. So I appreciate where you're coming from on that one, and that's kind of the same way that I feel. Once you get into that pro range, like it really sometimes battery just ain't the way to go for you unless you're forced to. Like when like if you live in California, but I think at the time, yeah, you got to decide what works best for your business, and what you're doing. All right, Turf. So I got one thing to holler at you about once we get off, because I gotta see something in this Ecamm that I'm not a fan of. I'm pretty sure you know how to fix it, so I'm gonna have to holler at you about that. Man, let me see. Does that boom? Yes. I'm just learning this thing on the fly. I'm like, oh, boom! I can grab that right here. Got it. Um, Jacob, man, I know you be out there. I know you spray every day and you out there dragging hose every day. I get it, but I'm not a fan of it. I know Matt Martin, like he used to love dragging hose. That's just one of the things for me. I hate it. Like I just can't stand dragging hose, man. I want no parts of it. All right, I think they're boom, Lawn Maverick. 30 minutes to run time on a new electric Toro. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't even looked into any of the specs yet. I haven't looked into any specs. I'm gonna look into all of that, and I'm gonna get it all figured out. And when I start doing, what I'm not gonna do is specific reviews. I'm not gonna do specific reviews on certain items, but I am gonna pull them in, and I was like, hey, I'm doing XYZ. I'm using it application wise, and that's when I'll kind of drop that information in there. I don't think I'm gonna do like specific. This is a this or this is a dit. It's gonna be plenty of them out there. It's gonna be plenty of them out there, and y'all know me. I like to be a little different, so I'm gonna give it to y'all in a different presentation. All right, so let me try. Y'all give me one break here. I did this flawlessly yesterday, and I am blanking right now. Boom, boom, got it, got it. What is
What's
going?
happening? What up, though?
What's good? Hey man, I did that yesterday flawlessly with you. And then I drew a blank just then when it was time for me to do it live, and I was like, I just did this yesterday and I can't figure out how to do it. So I messed it all the way up with Turf. Like, but good thing is he had to drop off, so he couldn't come up just yet. But
Okay.
Yeah, man, I got you. I got you squared away. What is good? What's going on with you, man?
And man, you know me, man. Busy getting ready for all of this ice that we about to get up here, man. I would rather have snow than have ice, man.
Mhm.
We're gonna get a lot of it.
Yeah, man. That
Yeah.
that ice is dangerous.
Yeah.
The snow ain't too bad, but that ice is dangerous. I mean, and then too, it gives people a false sense of security because they like, oh, okay, like I mean, I got 4 wheel drive. 4 wheel drive don't do nothing in snow when you on your regular tire and you on your regular tires. Like that ain't. Oh,
Four
I got 4 wheel drive. I can go out there. Nah,
four
bruh.
wheel drive don't mean anything when you're talking about ice, man. It's you gonna slide regardless. You gonna
Yeah.
slide regardless. So the scope is it's been raining all day up here. It's gonna continue to keep raining. It's going to get cold. The temperature is dropping because it was like 60 to 62 degrees yesterday up here.
Yeah, it was warm. Yeah, you were saying it was warm yesterday.
So the ground temperatures, it's kind of warm. It's not cold because it has been kind of lingering, not in the 60s, but it has been a little bit warm. But as the day goes by, the night goes by, the temperature is just going to drop. They're
Mm-hmm.
saying that rain is going to turn into sleet,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna rain. It's been raining all day today. It's going to rain all night. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, and then the temperatures is going to get like the highest is going to be like in the 20s.
Mm.
So I mean,
Sound like
you're talking about
yeah.
6 degrees to 20, and it's
See,
going to be in the 20s all weekend. So it's a lot of people up here that are getting prepared, grocery stores, because
buying up
like
all the milk
they're
bread and
buying up
eggs.
all of that, buying candles and flashlights and generators, and because I mean, when that ice hits up here, it hits. It
Mm-hmm.
really does, and it really does shut a lot of people down as far as with power. So I mean, it's a serious thing up here. It's serious up here.
Yeah, that I mean that's the other danger and downside about ice rather than snow is that ice take power lines. The ice will take power lines down like it ain't nothing.
Right,
And like
right.
in that whole Greensboro area, um, we used to get a lot of that. We used to get and I know Jacob, I know you know, like Greensboro, I mean, they get ice and stuff before, a lot of times before they got snow. And
Hmm.
you'd see more of that ice and everything. And a lot of times when you get these huge temperature swings like that, it just don't, you don't even get none of the snow. You just get that ice, boy. And that ice ain't no joke.
No, it ain't. It
Yeah.
ain't. But
Yeah.
let me say something real quick, Cam. You said that you were going to be doing some real mowing. You getting ready to jump on a real team? Okay,
Yes.
so what are you going to be real mowing? Are you gonna real mow the your oh man, I just drew a
The
blank. I
the
just drew
test
a blank.
plot.
Test plot. You gonna do a test plot? Or
Mm-mm.
are you gonna do like another section of it? Or
Yeah, I'm gonna do. So the test plot is up for debate. It might get it, but what I know I'm gonna be real mowing is my parkway out front.
okay.
So my little strip out front, I real mowed that last year after overseeding. I never let it get over. I don't think it got over inch and maybe it was inch and 3/4 maybe. So it's already getting conditioned. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep it right there. I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna do. I need to do some leveling. I'm gonna let it come out of dormancy, get it growing good, and then I need to do a little bit of leveling on it. I got some real low spots in it, so I'm gonna go ahead and get them filled in. Drop a little extra seed on top of them areas probably early on, and just at least get it to where it's fairly smooth that at least ain't dipping and dodging all through it. So yeah, man, I'm gonna that parkway out there. It's probably 50, maybe it's less than 100 square feet. I'll tell you that.
Okay. And that's tall fescue out there.
Tall fescue with a little bit of Kentucky bluegrass. It's got some Kentucky bluegrass mixed in there.
Man, I don't know if I can jump on that team, man. I don't know, man.
See now that this is something different. Y'all know I like to push the envelope. Y'all know I like to do something different. Y'all know I like to push the envelope. So I'm gonna get out there and try it. So once I get it level and I've been keeping it cut down low, like man, it's something about that tight look. And I will say, even last year after I overseeded, I neglected that area. I'm 100% honest. I didn't water it like it should have been to get it to really grow in and fill in. Because when I was cutting it tall, it got some disease out there. I ain't really take care of it and treat it like I should have. And it was all on me. And a lot of it died off. So when I overseeded, I still didn't I still didn't get out there and take care of it like I should have. So it's a little weak, but towards the end I got on my game and it filled in pretty good. So it's got a decent stand out there. I'm gonna just get it level and we gonna real mold that thing. Mainly just getting the dips and stuff out of it. I ain't going out there and real, which is why I said my test plot. I don't know if I'm a real moment. I don't know if I don't know if I'm enough. I don't know if I'm there. I don't know if I'm there yet.
So I've got one area that I can probably cut low. I wouldn't say real mowing it though, but I've got one area that I can probably cut low with my push mower.
Mm,
I was thinking about doing that. I mean, I'm just like you know, I'm a 4 inch, 4 and a quarter type of guy. I always have been. But I am open to experimenting.
mm-hmm.
I would have to jump to the level of cutting low first before I get to the level of real more. And I'm
Really?
not on because
You gonna say
you're right.
baby steps. We
Yeah,
gonna take baby steps.
you're right because when you do real mo, you got to make sure that you have a
Mm-hmm.
level.
Mm-hmm.
Everything got to be leveled out. You know, you got to
Mm-hmm.
make sure everything is good,
Mm-hmm.
everything is leveled out before you get to real mowing. So I think what I'll do, and I've been kind of like thinking about it, just in my head, not out loud or whatever. I was like, I do have a little area that I probably could be able to just cut really low, see how it looks, see how it goes through the weather we get up here when it's 347 degrees. I'll see how everything kind of fares out. And then we'll just see. And no, he may super, but that don't mean that I am though. I don't need to come in and
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Like y'all know I like to do different stuff. Like I like to try stuff. I like to do different stuff. What I do, and I told y'all earlier, I have an appreciation for that low cut turf, man. I've I got an appreciation for it, and it's giving me the itch, and it's giving me the itch bad.
Mm.
Um, so Mountain View Seed, hey, if y'all got some of that Test Zoysia y'all wanting to work out, or y'all got some of that Iron Curter Bermuda, hey man, I got a test plot. I don't need about 500 square feet. Hey man, give me about that's all I need. About a pallet. That's all I need.
So when you say you gonna real mow, do you already have like your equipment, or you eyeing some things, or something that a real mower that you're looking at in particular?
So it's gonna be a manual reel. Given that small area, it's gonna be a manual reel. I already got it. I got the Earthwise. Is it the 7 or 11 blade? I can't remember. I got the little manual. It's a manual reel more. I already got one. I ain't going out and buy nothing fancy just yet.
Okay.
In case if I like it and I got some area to do it.
You speaking into existence when you say
Speaking
catch. Yeah.
speaking it into existence, boy. You know how we do. I'm gonna speak all of it into existence.
Oh, famous plug. Um, I got a video dropping tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I got a video dropping tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Let me. I'm trying to. I'm over here. Keep right on going, cause I'm over here working right now.
I was just saying, just make sure you all, for the ones that are here, that y'all look out for it. It's I think it's nice, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. I can't really say too much. I won't kind of give it away, but y'all look out for it though. Y'all look out for it though. It's gonna be a nice little video. Nice little video.
There you go.
There he is. There he
That
is.
struggle was
What's going
real.
What's going on? Hey man, I don't we don't turn
What's
this
up,
into
man?
a we working live, ain't we? We done turned this into a we working
Look at
live.
Turkey over like,
He got something going on because
man,
his
something.
his his image ain't coming. His image ain't even coming through like it's
That's what you
supposed to. I think he got something going on with his camera. He gonna get it figured out.
Yeah. Knowing Turf, he'll get everything figured out. But
Yeah,
that's
you squared away over there, Turf.
everything gonna buff out, man.
Yeah,
Everything gonna
yeah. We good. All right.
Yellow.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
He hear you?
Uh-uh.
He
He
dropped
got
off.
yeah, he got something else going. Cause I was
Yeah,
gonna say because his image wasn't even coming through like it was
yeah. It
supposed
was
to.
it was a little it was blurry.
The charm.
There it
My
is.
goodness.
There we go.
There it is.
Man.
It's a clear
Boy.
picture too. It's a clear
Yeah, I'm
picture.
here. I'm back.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had to switch. I had to switch my source. It was pulling from the wrong source. Y'all know YouTube and everyone else trying to give me
I'm
the business out here in these streets, man.
I'm over here looking. I'm waiting for it to. I'm waiting for the live stream to catch up, but I think it just did. I don't think I'm buffering
Yeah,
or nothing on
No, you
YouTube.
ain't.
I think I'm good.
You
Like I
ain't. You
said,
ain't.
it's the update. It's the update.
Yeah.
That update.
Yeah.
But just now, they ain't have nothing to do with the update. That was
Oh
just
yeah, yeah.
I was on the internet downstairs, and I knew that was going to be a problem. And then when I switched it, it fell apart. But y'all was just talking about some real money. What's up?
Yeah.
Hey, so let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. I said that I'm not going
This
to
stripe
jump on the
ball
real
will
team.
be.
I'm not going to jump on the real team. I'm gonna take like Cam said. I'm gonna take some baby steps. I got a little section that I'm gonna
Uh,
mow a little bit low. I'm just gonna see how that
uh,
thing goes. But I'm not gonna I ain't gonna jump on the real team yet though. I'm gonna watch y'all. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch y'all. I'm gonna watch Cam mow his parkway area and then see how this thing
Hey
looks,
man,
man.
hey man, what I say in the chat? What was that saying? What was that saying? I said keep watching for the sideline and mess around and get sidelined.
sideline. Yeah, keep
Hey,
watching from the sideline. You want to
ain't
get
get ain't getting
sideline.
sidelined over here, baby. I ain't getting sidelined
But
over here,
TA,
baby. That's crap.
my internet is good now. We're good. Yeah, I know. I'm just known for having internet issues out there. But I mean, since we here, we got 14 people in the building. I'm gonna drop something if you can don't mind, because I don't think I've actually said it public yet. And I like to share little nuggets here on other people's platforms. That's like a tradition I do. I slip stuff out there.
Oh,
So,
go ahead and
Go ahead.
slide something out there. What you trying to put out there?
so y'all know I'm prepping for a full renovation, but something that I have not put out there on the social media is how I will be cutting it. And I'm real mowing. I'm real mowing the front, the back, and then the side plot. I'm gonna still rotary mow that, and I'm gonna use battery operated on the side plot. So we're
Mm,
deep down. We going all the way in, and I'm gonna have three different blends of seed too. So
mm.
Mm.
three can I'm three you all three different ways, man. Coming extra strong. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Oh, the
Hey, I'm gonna
best.
go ahead and say this, and y'all heard it here first.
Mm,
Y'all heard it here first. Turf is gonna be what? Real mowing
yeah.
with three different with what? Three different seeds? Three different
Three
seeds?
different blends. Three
Three
different
different
blends.
blends.
Yeah.
Mm. And you doing full burn down, partial reno,
Full
full
burn down.
reno, partial reno? What you doing?
It's a full rent and full rent out all the way around. We're not
Mm.
keeping anything. We're getting rid of it all.
Getting rid of
What do you
all
say?
of it.
You think I'm
Um,
using the wrong mic? Really?
Yeah,
Let me see.
you're not coming through as clear as
coming
what
through
you.
like your computer.
Yeah, you ain't coming
Oh, okay.
through
Hold
as
on. Hold
clear as what you
on.
are.
I know it's wrong. Let me.
While you do that, I'm gonna holler at
Appreciate it. Yeah.
my man Jason. What's going on, Jason? Man, man, I appreciate the
Oh, wow.
support. So one of
Appreciate
the
it.
things I can say, man, me and Jason go back to like way back. I mean, to is it kindergarten way back? I think it might be the kindergarten way back. So man, Jason, man, I appreciate you for pulling up, bruh. I definitely
That's
appreciate
true.
that.
You got a
Um,
friend. You got a friend that you know since kindergarten named Jason, and I do too. The Jason that you know
yeah,
that I know, I've known him since kindergarten, bro.
yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, man, I
That's
appreciate
wild.
that. That would just pop. That just stood out to me, man. I appreciate that, Jason. I appreciate you for pulling up. And Evie down to 1.5, 2 looks better than the 4 plus, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like I that 1.5.
We gonna see.
That one
We
and a
gonna see
half
next year.
is starting to get low.
Only
But there's
comparison.
something like I'm gonna tell y'all the test plot with that Mountain View seed. That Mountain View seed, I let it get over. I let it get up to an inch and or 4.25 is where I cut that Mountain View seed at. Over in the test plot all this year, it looked good. It looked good, given it was a lot thicker than what I wanted to for a first year seeding or first year renovation. It just came in so thick. Um,
Mm.
and I really believe that's a part of that lateral spread part of it. I don't think it really spread that much as far as like rhizome wise, but I think it
Mm-hmm.
tillered out so much more than what I'm used to. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think you need to be seeding for a full renovation at no 10 pounds per thousand, no 11, 12. Like I think honestly, in my opinion, I think if you're working with a Mountain View seed, a lateral spread type of seed, you
Mm-hmm.
really need to max be at like eight, eight pounds per thousand. In my opinion, because it tillered out over the year and it just got so thick. It was way thicker than what it needed to be, which then pushed
Yeah.
my disease pressure up, which
Right.
then with it being first year turf,
That's the problem.
that ain't really what you want to be battling. But when it was at
Yeah.
like that 3.5, when it was at like that three and a quarter, whew, that just is fire.
So when you originally overseeded it, how much does this mic sound better? By the way, did I
Yeah,
fix it?
yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. When you originally overseeded, how much did you go in with? 10 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking because I was in my head like he probably is going to say eight. I think he's going to say eight. I know
I,
Polo's over here like trying to burn up this comment with some holy water right now. Like
Nah.
what's up, plus gang on that.
I'm just, I mean, this 1.5, 2 looks better. I mean, look, man, look. I'm gonna put it to the test. I'm gonna put it to the test. We're gonna see. When I cut, I don't have no stripe kits. We're gonna see what this
You
thing
got a
look.
commercial mode though, so don't think you get extra
No,
points
no,
for
no, no.
not
The
having
push
this.
more. I'm
Okay,
gonna use the area that I'm gonna cut low. I'm gonna use my push more. I'm gonna
okay.
use
okay,
my.
all right, all right. Right.
So go ahead, Paulo.
Nah, you good. Go ahead.
Prince, I'm gonna jump in here. Where do we get seeds? Most of us buy our seeds locally. I know I buy mine local. I know Polo buy his local, and Turf is all the way out there in
That's right.
Germany. He all the way out there in Germany getting his local. So
Yeah.
what I will say is, if you go to um, your nearest landscape supply store, and what I'm gonna say is outside of your big box store, is that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about where your landscaping companies, your companies that actually do aerating and overseeding and stuff, and do turf care as a business. I am in Maryland. Prince, if you can drop it back in here, let me know where you're at. If you're in Maryland, one of the places that I recommend is Newsom Seed. Newsom Seed is where I get my seed from. They carry a blend of the Mountain View seed. They also carry some of the single cultivars of the Mountain View seed, and they also have other seeds there also. So you can look at that and determine how you want to move from that point. Another place that I've bought seed from has been Seed Superstore. If you need an online option, Seed Superstore definitely has quality seed. I've bought them from there. I've actually bought seed also online from Seed Swell. I bought seed from Seed Swell also. Um, so there's a couple of different options depending on what you're looking for. I suggest you go look local, figure out what they have. And a lot of times the Mountain View seed has a lot of distributors, and it may not say Mountain View seed on the bag, but it may be somewhere. For one, you'll know by the cultivar, and for two, a lot of times it's hidden in there somewhere. And normally you can talk to like somebody there that's at the location, and then ask who the producer of that seed is, and they should be able to tell you if it's a Mountain View seed blend or not.
Mm-hmm. He said Bermuda Art wins. Okay. Yeah, well, hey, everybody get a vote. CR. Oh, that's a he, but she. CR. Yeah,
What I
and
miss?
nah, she just gave you a super chat, so thank you for that. Blessings. But she
Oh,
said she can't wait for the stripe challenge. Bermuda Art wins. So she's saying she's gonna come in.
she
She's gonna
coming
flip
in
the whole
strong.
challenge. I'm gonna flip it. I'm not even gonna come in stripe. I'm gonna do some art on y'all and still enter, and I'm gonna win with some art at the stripe challenge.
Hey
So,
man, she might come through hard like Turf Tamer.
hey,
Mm-hmm.
he does some pretty impressive things. I
He,
wanted to add to the local seed thing.
yeah, go
One of
ahead.
the reasons why we all go local is not necessarily just because of price, because there are some, like you just named, a lot of online distributors that produce quality seed out there. Even our brother P Denny, I think all of us have used his seed at some point
Hmm.
Yeah.
during on lawns, and it looks really good. But the best benefit that you get from buying local is because those distributors is kind of like the nursery. When I go to the nursery to buy plants for my area during certain times of year, they're going to carry the things that are going to do well here local for me. So without doing a whole bunch of research, and you're not one who wants to dig into the in-tech trials and X, Y, and Z and figure out what's going to be best for your region, for your microclimate, because that's in fact what it is. It's just a bigger version of a microclimate. Go local, man, because you go local, they'll point you in the right direction. Like Cam said, you can ask who the distributor is on it. You
Hmm.
can tell them the type of conditions you're dealing with, whether it be your front, your backyard. You can tell them, you should be able to tell them. Every store isn't built equal, and neither is every employee. Keep this in mind. But you should be able to ask them, hey, I'm cutting at this height, and this is what I want to achieve. And they should really be able to point you in the direction that you're looking for. So, yeah, just want to add that to the mix. That's all.
Oh yeah, ain't nothing to it. And that was again, y'all. That was one of the reasons why I ended up with Mountain View Seed. So this whole thing started a year ago for me. And I just wanted to, for one, I was rocking with Pete. And Jacob, I rock with Pete. Like Pete has a quality seed, and a lot of people try to force me into that. Which one is better? Which one is better? Is it Mountain View seed? Is it GCI? Both of them are quality seeds. Both of them. You can't go wrong with either one. And what I will say is the reason I ended up on Mountain View seed was because I could go buy it local. I could go. I went in there. I looked and went to my local distributor, and I was like, "All right, what y'all got? What seeds do y'all have? What do you have? Blasey this, blasey that." And they told me what they had. They showed it to me. And I was like, "Yeah, we got them from these producers." And the second thing that I did once I got that information, I came back to the house and I started doing my research. And if y'all want to know the NTEP trials, the NTEP trials is where you want to go look to see what kind of seed you're dealing with. So the NTEP trials, they run those in multiple locations across the United States. They evaluate these seeds. They run them through disease resistance, color, cold hardiness, like numerous trials, and they produce these results. And it was like, hey, this is what we rated on. And at that point in time, once you get that data back, I looked it up, boom, boom. This is where these cultivars fail. And then I looked at it, I was like, okay, all right, these seem like they're pretty good cultivars. And then I found out from there that they were Mountain View seed cultivars. So then that's when my whole Mountain View seed journey began at that point. So it was, I just happened to fall on Mountain View seed, and just because I was buying local, I didn't have any other idea about Mountain View seed other than my local distributor had them. I did my research. The NTEP said it was good. I put it in the ground. I watered it. I grew it, and it came up, and it looked amazing. And y'all saw it. That's my story behind how I got on Mountain View seed.
And mine, one of the lines that I made a video on as far as the renovations that I was doing, which I did a lot of them in 2021. That whole entire line is Mountain View seed. And I
The
basically
big
just
one
went,
with this like 10,000 square feet.
it's like 13.6, I think.
Yeah.
But that whole entire line is Mountain View seed, and I went off of the strength of Cam, off of his side plot. I love the way that it looked. I still have visions, Cam, when you I forget what video it was, but you were standing behind that tree, and then you came around like that. I was like,
That was where the strike ball.
yeah,
That
yeah,
shot. Yeah, I remember that
yeah.
shot.
So I was like, yeah, I like that right there, man. So yeah, that whole entire line is probably around like 13.6, 13.7
Okay.
is Mount D. So I'm going to see how I'm not cutting it or anything like that. I am going to be doing the maintenance on it as far as doing the fertility. But
What first you gonna put on it?
I haven't decided yet. I haven't
I
decided.
know. Can I
I'm,
guess between the two you thinking about?
go
I
ahead and
think you,
guess.
for that long, from what I remember about it, you either gonna go with that protein or that sneaky green.
Mm-hmm.
If I
Mm-hmm.
I
remember
haven't
that soil
decided yet.
right.
I ain't decided yet. I ain't decided yet. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna leave it right there.
And the reason the
He in
re-
Raleigh. He in Raleigh. By the way, Prince.
so Prince, I did saw that, and I'm gonna address it. So
Okay.
if you're in Raleigh, once again, you can't go wrong with that GCI. You down there with Pete, you can't
He'll
go
probably let you
wrong.
come pick it up.
Yeah, right. He'll probably let you come pick it up. Right.
He take you for lunch.
You can't go wrong with that. If you are directly looking for Mountain View seed, shoot me an email. Cameron, Camer. It's in my YouTube bio. shoot me an email. Shoot me an email, and I'll find your location somewhere close to you. I've got a contact. Shoot me an email, and shoot me an email, and I'll see what I can do for you.
You want the elevated one?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
All right, bet. Appreciate it. But yeah, man. So yeah, Polo. The reason I agree with Turf on his two predictions is because you don't want to introduce too many variables. You don't want to introduce too many variables. You're already dealing with a new seed. You want to compare that new seed to what you normally do on your other lawns that you already seen happen. And then you like, yeah, now you can compare seed to seed.
Hey, TMI.
Oh yeah. So a lot of people was at a couple people asked, what am I doing out here in Germany? So Germany is a cool season climate. So cool season grass is the way to go. Now, Germany has a very particular growth pattern that I'll talk about in one of my videos here in the near future. And I'll also be talking about on Thirsty Thursday, which will actually be like whatever they call Fridays instead, because I'm in Germany. It's easier for me to do a Friday than a Thursday. But to give you some type of idea, like my backyard blend, I want to say it's like 40% bluegrass. Then it's a like 20% fine fescue. And it just depends on where your height of cut is. And I think a little bit in there is rye. I got like 3 different blends in my head, right? But really what's important with my grass blends is my target height of cut. So like on the front and the back, I'm going to be, the seed I have, I could be anywhere from 1/10 of an inch to 1/2 an inch with those grass types. And the one that I'm doing on the side plot is more rye and fine fescue. So it's going to do better somewhere around like a inch and a half max. So that'll be it'll be wherever I'm gonna drop my battery mower, the rotary one. I'm gonna drop it as low as it can go, and then that's where I'm gonna keep it. So whatever height that's gonna be, it'll do fine. So it'll do fine at a higher height of cut, but I can't take it below 1/2 an inch the first year at the very least. That's what the distributors told me. It was like keep it at 1/2 an inch or above its first year. I said if it has a good year, then next year you can try to work it down with your real mower if you want to. And I was like, all right, cool. That's what I'm doing. But it's a cool season climate, but it's a warm season growth pattern, and it is sharp. Like that bell curve is intense. Cam seen it. I was trying to show it the other night when we was with Ryan, but just internet wouldn't work right. Whatever wouldn't work right wouldn't work right. But it's going to be a nice blend. The darkest part of my yard is going to be arguably, I don't know, it's going to be it's split in time between the back and the side plot. The front, I'm using Poa Subpoena. I'm using a good bit of Poa Subpoena. So that's so Poa Subpoena, I'll give you a little nugget, some free chicken already. In the States, we struggle with Poa Trivialis a lot. And this is more so for your commercial home and your pros, right? Because if you have a client that has a lot of lime green action, they got Poa Trib, and they don't really want to spend the money or can't spend that money on getting rid of the trib, you can look for blends like the one I'm going to use that will blend well with Poa Trib and Poa Annual, especially if they want to skip a lot of applications. You can seed in with something like this if their climate is proper for it. It has Poa Subpoena in it. Actually, the distributor, the manufacturer for the Poa Subpoena isn't even in Europe. It's back in the States, but it works so well here that they've adapted it here in these growing conditions. So low light conditions, it thrives in low light, low water, all those situations. So it's definitely going to be an option for people out there that are dealing with blends that look like my front yard. Even though I'm killing it off, I'm still going to keep true to that same method just to show you something different.
So
figure why not?
Yeah. Hey, man, go for it. Hey, I'm going to jump in here real quick. CR, I did want to acknowledge your super chat. Greatly appreciate it. I definitely appreciate that. And definitely want to jump down. I think I saw, boom, another one, Transylvania Turf. I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming through. I
Both
mean,
of
once again, uh, appreciate everybody. I mean, I gave y'all the explanation of where this goes. It goes back into the channel, and it is much appreciated. Um, so yeah, Evie, and I did want to point out, Evie, you're right. Yeah, if you DM Mountain View Seed, they'll tell you a local distributor that's close to it, close to you. And I think this is going back to Prince's comment about where can he buy it. If not, shoot me an email. I can help you find the location. I got a contact that I can work with if you can't get an answer there. Boom, boom. Let me see what's I'm leaning towards. Let me see if we got anything else in here. Any more questions? What y'all got?
See what I got
See
one for you.
Webster. I just got down to it. When should you start seeding? I'm gonna give you that famous answer. It depends.
It depends.
It depends. It definitely depends on where you're at. It depends on your location and what your climate is. Are you looking at a spring seeding, or are you looking at a? If you can give us a little bit more detail on that, when you should start seeding.
Warm
Location.
season, cool season.
Yeah, I was gonna say location is one, which will help us determine warm season, cool season, and at that point, it's like if you are cool season, are you looking to do a spring season or a fall season? And I'll talk general until we get a little bit more information, but general from a cool season standpoint, I'm a heavy supporter of fall seeding is the best seeding. Fall seeding is the best way to go. Can you spring seed? Yes, you can. When you look at Turf's growth curve and what he's looking at, his growth curve is not a double hump as a standard kind of cool season growth pattern. It's not. He's got a single hump like a warm season climate. So at that point, he can get away with a spring seeding a little more successful than we do with the double hump type of growth pattern.
Well, that's my only option.
Yeah, you don't have an option. Yeah.
I ain't got no other option.
Yeah. So at that point in time, like when we look at cool season, can you spring seed? Yes, you can spring seed. I know people that have dormant seeded and had success with it. There's risk involved with that. With the prices of seed right now, and there's fertilizer. Like there's a risk of going out with that seed, and if you are in one of those climates where it warms up like really quick, like it goes from 40s, 50s, and maybe 60s, and next thing you know, it's 85 degrees, 90 degrees out there. A spring seeding is going to be tough. And one of the things that I would say in North Carolina, that's what I think about when I think of spring seeding. Trying to spring seed in like North Carolina area, low in the transition zone. North Carolina goes from like winter to summer. You get maybe 2 weeks, maybe, of where it's like nice weather, and next thing you know, it's hot, blazing.
Yeah, he's on the cusp of that, being in Chesterfield.
Oh, Chesterfield, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
That's what, like 20 minutes south of Richmond, 20, 30 minutes south of Richmond, something like that. If you ain't had no traffic.
yeah. It's tough to do it. So are you looking to do a spring seeding? That's the next question. Are you looking to do see Webster, are you looking to do a spring seeding? What I do say is if you need to touch up some spots, I'm okay with like touch up type of seeding in the spring. because I'm gonna do the same thing, and I've done it for the past 2 years. You will just get those areas that just don't quite fill in the way that you want it to, like in the fall. And what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll do some touch up seeding, rough a couple of areas up, and go ahead and get that seed down. But I make sure I get it done early. Like I get that seed down as early as I can, and a lot
So
of
when
times
you say
it
early, what are you looking for? What's your main indicator that you trying to that you're watching to get that down early?
all I'm looking for, it's borderline a dormant seed. I'm looking for the ground to thaw out,
Mm-hmm.
which down there I'm pretty sure it probably ain't even froze down there. In my area, I'm making sure the ground is thawed. But from a temperature standpoint, I actually haven't even checked it yet. But you'd probably want to be at least approaching that 45-50 degree mark in the temperature. Then that way you get it down early enough. So soon as that ground temp gets above like that 55-60 degree mark, you're going to start to get that good germination. And you just want to get that seed down as early as possible, because you want as long as you can get before them summer temps hit. So the earlier you can get that seed down, the better. Make sure it's thawed out. Wait for probably that, I say wait for that 45 degree mark in soil temps. Drop that seed. It'll be there. As soon as the soil temps rise and get a little bit higher, get up into that 55-60 degree, it'll germinate, and then you're off to the races, and you've got that seed down as early as possible, and it's got as much time as possible.
So another thing that they C. Webster brought up is I guess they did a overseed. It sounds like an overseed. I'm going to assume an overseed. I don't think they burnt it all the way down, but they did it in the fall. And now I'm concerned that maybe you just didn't fill in. Maybe you got in there a little
Mm-hmm.
late.
Mm-hmm.
But then the other concern is like we were talking about earlier,
Oh my
putting too much
goodness.
seed there. Yeah, yeah, you got blessed.
Oh,
You got blessed down there. But yeah, too much seed is not a good thing. To answer your question, I wouldn't re-aerate it. I mean,
yeah,
unless you're still
That's
dealing
why
yeah,
I
with
shook
no,
my head.
serious
That's why I shook
compaction
my head.
issues.
no, no,
Mm-mm,
no.
I wouldn't re-aerate it. I would just go over there. I'd go over with light overseed
Yeah,
at
yeah.
most.
I definitely,
And
I
I don't know
definitely.
what your coverage look like. I would like to see pictures before I even told you if you should even go full rate for an overseed. You might want to
Mm-hmm.
cut that. You might want to
Mm-hmm.
cut that in half.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Right, because you can
For one, there's
fertilize
no
that thing,
go.
man, and it'll thicken up too. You fertilize
yeah,
it, man.
yeah. You
So
just throw some fruit on it. You know, depending on how your season. And I know the season was kind of rough for the overseeds because I was
Mm-hmm.
there, especially in your area. So it might just didn't take to the way that you thought it should. But you may be in better shape than you think you will. And you throw some good old fruit on there this spring, and it start flushing out on you. Get that spring flush, and you may like what you see. So
So let me jump in there real quick. So
yeah, man. Okay.
one of the things I wanted to say is if you aerate it, you overseed it in the fall, it didn't quite come in the way that you wanted it to. If you're not looking at like huge, when I say huge, above areas larger than 3 inches, 3 inch gaps or 3 inch space,
6 inch.
you say six?
I say I might go. I mean, if you got a blend of Kentucky bluegrass in there too, if I don't have any gaps larger than
Yeah, and
five,
I was just
5 to
talking.
6 inches, I know you're
I was
saying.
just thinking just tall fescue is all
Oh,
I was
okay, that's
thinking.
what,
So if you was
yeah,
a fescue, and because normally you can get fescue to fill in and tiller in like a 3 to 4 inch
a good 3 inches. Yeah,
a good 3 to 4 inch spacing. So the thing about tall fescue is it is a bunching type grass. So you get a plant here and a plant here. So say you've got 3 to 4 inches from those two plants, you can get that to tiller and fill in. and you will not see that gap. You won't see it. Will it be as thick and lush as you may want it to be? Maybe not, but that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. And the thing is when you get that additional space and airflow between those leaf blades, that definitely reduces your disease pressure. And when you've got first year turf, reducing that disease pressure is key. Like that is key, which is why I am not a fan of first year renovations and everything, and it fills in and it's as thick and as lush as you want it to be in the end. I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of bring it in, get it, get it, get it filled in, get it filled in, get you a nice coverage on it that first year. That way you've got more airflow, uh, you've got less disease pressure. And then at that point, when you come back and you oversee that next year, you've got a stand of turf that survived that first year. It's already 1 year old. And one of the things that I have learned, 1 year old or less turf, I'll speak from a cool season standpoint, is more finicky than a daggone infant. Like
That's a hard time.
man, that
I
first,
don't know,
that
man. I think I
first,
get more sleep with that first year turf than I am getting like that. But I understand the analogy. I can respect the analogy. I can respect the anxiety that goes along with it for sure.
man, that
Definitely
first
sleeping better.
that
You
first year
sleeping better.
turf, which is why like I didn't burn, which is why I haven't burned down my front yard
Mm-hmm.
because I learned in that first year of how finicky that my backyard was after that full burn down,
Mm-hmm.
and my front yard wasn't giving me no problems. Was it as beautiful with the all the new cultivars and all of this and fine blade this and striping up amazing and all of it? It wasn't. It wasn't that. But what I didn't have to do is worry about it. I ain't had to stay on it with water. I ain't had to stay on it with fungicides. I ain't had to stay on it. Man, that front yard is a champ. And
Slap.
when I started putting some water to it and actually like caring for it a little bit, yeah, that junk is on cruise control. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till this backyard get a little older before before I
Make sure
burn
you
down the fruit.
get one of them out of diapers. That's what it is,
Yeah, I
man.
gotta get
Get
him
one
out
of
of
them
I
out of
gotta get
diapers.
him out of diapers. I gotta get him walking. I gotta get him to the toddler phase and walking at least.
Then we bring another one in the house. There we go.
Yeah, and what I want to do is I got to jump back over here. Transylvania, I appreciate it.
Yes.
Man, I definitely appreciate it. Mm.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah.
you for pulling up. Appreciate you for coming through. Um,
Talking about your beer game over
I,
there.
and
Hold on,
that's
we go beer that, bro.
that's what I was getting ready to say. A beer game. We out here. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang,
Dang,
gang,
dang.
gang. Low Cut
Pu-
Society hashtag beer gang, gang, gang,
Beer gang, gang,
gang.
gang. Oh
Oh
man,
man.
what else we got? Did I miss? Oh, appreciate.
Nah,
Hey,
but
David. Hey, I appreciate you for showing up, bruh. I see you over here in the house, man. David doing this thing out there with that Augie Doggy in Texas.
he is.
Mr. Lush Long.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
he sure
yeah,
is.
yeah. Mr. Lush Long.
He sure is.
He doing this thing out there with that.
Yeah, man.
Did I miss anything else?
Nah, but
Nah, everybody agreeing with me on that. Prince agreeing with me on that North Carolina window. Man, North Carolina go from winter to summer. It ain't no. The fall is very short, and the spring is very short. It go from summer to winter, winter to summer.
okay. So Webster, he did do a full burn. I'm assuming you're a he, by the way. That's a bad assumption. He or she. I'm pretty sure you're a he though, because I'm pretty sure I've talked to you on Instagram. I think it's all coming back to me now. So if you did a full burn down, see Webster, I'd say, send some pictures over to Cam, man. We're gonna workshop. We're gonna soundboard
Yeah,
workshop this.
yeah. We can definitely.
Email or you could send it to well I already dropped Cam's out there, but in the future
Yeah,
I guess I'll drop a reworking one so we can always have all could see it. But anyway, yeah, send it over to Cam so we can just see it, man. So we can see it. And if you are the person I think you are on IG, you can always send us a few clips on IG as well, or just the problem areas that you're thinking about,
hmm
so we can really help guide you as much as possible. I'm glad we were able to help you, and I'm sorry that it's not where you think it should be right now, but maybe we can help
yeah,
manage some expectations and you know say, hey man, you did a good job and you're really in a good place. Because there's going to be other follow up questions like, were you able to keep up with your water? Are you sure? How do you feel about your germination? Do you think the seed didn't do as well as it should have, or do you think you could have done a better job watering? All those little intricacies
hmm
would help us better determine your way forward. And then a little historical background too. It's like, did you have a whole bunch of crabgrass out there when you did that? Because it might be a better option for you to do a split out of some pre-emergent,
Mm.
because now you're risking.
hmm
Because I tell you what, that crabgrass is going to germinate before that seed if it warms up as quick
hmm
as it should for your area. So now you're
hmm
competing with the crabgrass. So it's like the lesser of two evils, right? So this, if I'm sure Polo, you got something you can add to that
Yeah,
too.
that's what I was gonna say. Polo, what you got for that?
No, I was just gonna say the same thing because when you send that information over, it may not be as bad as what you think it is.
hmm
Once we all look at it and soundboard about it, and like what Turf was saying, there's a lot of variables, man. I mean, if you did have a lot of crabgrass, if you are, because I had a line that last year that I had put some seed down on, and I didn't put down that much. I did it like the beginning of March, and that person didn't have any issues. Everything came in great. Everything, the line still looks good right now, but it was really thin. It was really, really, really thin. Yours may not look like that, So I mean, we'll see exactly when you send the information in, and then we can just take it from there, bro. Bro, my brothers, I gotta jump off here though. I'm glad y'all threw it to me because I gotta bounce.
Hey, bro. Hey, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you pulling up.
Hey, no
Yeah,
problem, man. No
All right,
problem,
bro.
man.
Hold it
All right,
down
man. Peace out, man. See y'all.
for sure.
peace. Yeah, man. So,
So now
Cam,
I got to figure out
just switch back to the other scene.
how to do this.
So
Uh,
you got to next time just assign. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, now you got to reassign me to the first guest.
yeah. All right, y'all. We gonna work through this, Jones.
Yeah, yeah.
We gonna work through this one. And now,
And what I usually do is I set up duplicate scenes of the different guests I know I might not know I know I might have. That way, I can just flip the scene and I don't have to reassign. You know what I mean? If that makes
yeah.
sense.
So it didn't, but we'll figure that out behind the scenes. Cause I was like, yo, I just gotta go figure this joint out real quick. Let me go ahead, bow, bow, bow.
How do
Gotcha.
I drop a contribution to Polo? Keep watching his stuff because he's
Oh
close
yeah,
to his hours and share his channel out so he can. I think he's probably one of the most underrated channels of the season,
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole season, Greg. That man, he was dropping hot fire over there, and he did not
Fire.
get the views. He did not get the views he deserved for the information he was putting out there. But sometimes when you take that harder path, that unwalked path, it just goes
hmm
that way. But when you get to the other side, it's that much more rewarding because
And
now
and
you
I and
paved
I
the whole
respect
path.
I respect the slow grind too. A lot of
Mhm,
times, man, that slow grind is a lot of times what we need.
mhm,
Um, because when you get there, you want to be prepared to get there.
mhm. Yeah, mentally too.
You want to be
So that thing, I mean, y'all seen
all
you
around. You
saw
want
what
to
happened
be
to Britney
prepared.
Spears. Britney Spears, JB, he went through. I mean, these are just real life examples I can give you
hmm
real quick, and I know it makes sense to you. So if you're like not mentally prepared for that,
Yeah.
it could ruin. It
And
could ruin.
and 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 that's the thing. Like that was actually a sermon in church at one point in time, and
Mhm.
I think that was not long. I don't think that was not long after like I started to get a pop on YouTube with subscribers and stuff. And
Mhm.
I was nervous. And y'all know it's like so. This is a behind the scenes. We in the kickback right now. We in the kickback. So this is a
Right.
behind.
We can peel some layers back.
We gonna peel a couple of layers back. Like so like my YouTube pop was a lot faster than I ever expected. 100. I will completely agree that this is not normal to what I was able to accomplish in a season. And I started to respect the fact of I wasn't ready. Like I wasn't ready all the way around to be able to continue to provide you all with what I'm providing you now. Like that pop happened so fast and so quick. But when it did, it just gave me affirmation that I was going in the right direction. But what it also made me do was like, damn, this happened too quick. Like I wasn't quite ready for the I wasn't quite prepared yet. Which is why like that slow grind, a lot of times it prepares you for when you get there. So that way when you get there and you arrive and you get those subscribers, you build that community that you're looking for, or you get that job offer that you wanted and you get that position that you've been looking for. You gotta sometimes slow grind it. And I look at my professional career and I look at the same thing. That was a slow grind. I felt like I should have been here a long time ago.
Mhm.
But when I
But
look
you,
back, it was a slow grind. And when I got there, it was like, oh, yeah, we good with that. Yeah, we good
yeah,
with
that's
that.
exactly what
Oh,
we're
we
supposed to
need to
be.
handle this. All right, boom, 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 boom. You can go execute.
Right on time. Right. It's right on time.
Right
Yeah,
on,
ain't like hitting the lottery.
right
Hitting the
on
lottery
time.
when you 18 years old, don't know what to do.
Right, right, right.
Mr. Lush said, "I wish I had time for that."
Then
Yeah,
next thing you know, you blow it, and then you right back. Hey, you
yeah.
don't
You
blow
worse off.
your millionaire yeah, you worse off because then you in
You
debt
worse off.
because you still
Now
don't
you're
you
in
don't
debt.
bought all that stuff.
Big boy debt now. Mr. Lush said he wish he had time to edit. Man, respect to those who do it. Man,
Yeah.
I enjoy editing when I am. You hit these strides where like
Mm-hmm.
everything is just clicking in the lab. When it's good, it's good. When it's rough, man, it is rough. Like right now for me, it's rough. I got a new child. Whole life just flipped. Me and we was talking about this in the chat, and I was telling Cam, I was like, I just don't even feel like recording. I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like recording. I was like, and then a lot of content that I have, I've been shooting it, but it's not finished put together, and I don't feel like editing it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my priorities right now is
Yeah.
the brand new son, Little
Yeah.
Turf. He's here, so Ken, he was like, "Hey man, just take it one day at a time. Your whole life, your whole world just changed.
Mm-hmm.
Give it some time. It'll warm up. You'll be back at it." And I was like, "Yeah, you're probably
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You're probably right."
And that's the good thing about having like people around you and people in your circle that can relate. And I definitely think if you're a content creator, you need a circle of content creators
Mm,
because that content creators space is so different. I don't think the average viewer is able to grasp and I'm not able to grasp, but I don't think they grasp or understand what goes into those 5 to 8 minute videos that people watch. We're talking
yeah,
about a 5 to 8 minute video where I'm going to be honest, you may have 13, 15, 20 hours in the 5 to 8 minutes that you
yeah.
get on
Between
YouTube. Oh,
recording and editing and
yeah,
figuring out a thumbnail and a title and picking the music, you got a whole day in that 8 minute
yeah.
video, man.
So when it comes to a creator space, and a lot of
It
times, like,
hurts when they only watch 3 minutes of it. Man, I worked so hard to get that video. Y'all can't just hang around to the 6 minute mark.
to the
My
6 minute
goodness.
mark.
Give me 6 minutes, please.
But I mean, and the thing is that's why I think is good and necessary to have like those creators in your circle. They can kind of like relate to what you're talking about, relate to that struggle. And Mr. Lush, like that's the thing. Like that's why we're talking about this. That editing circle and loop is a beast. Like especially if you're trying to do like some different stuff with your content and like you're really trying to put a real nice package and everything together. Like, so we look at Ryan Noor. Like, I can only imagine how much time Ryan has in like a video.
Just
Like
one.
that
But like the one he just
just one.
dropped.
Yes.
Oh, in his it was
on
his
on his
personal
art
channel.
on his other channel on
Yeah,
Arcade Productions.
I was
That
like,
was a
man,
14 minute long video, and I watched every second of it. And the
you know that
details
attention.
that I picked up in there, I was like, oh man. And it's so many sound effects that I know he added into it
Yeah, sound design.
that
Yeah,
wasn't in there. I was like, yo man, he's
that's the
got
time in those videos.
he's got hours into
Yeah,
that video, but the
yeah.
outcome is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The outcome is amazing.
It sure is. Evie says I'm guilty for lower watch time. I always watch on 1.5
I
to two
had
times
to.
speed, but but I still watch the entire video. I mean, hey, I can't knock. I would tell you one thing with mine. For me, when I put out a video, it's a complete package, right?
Hmm.
So to watch it at a time and a half, 2 times, you're kind of breaking yourself out of the setting stage I'm trying to give you. Like, could you imagine trying to watch one of Ryan's videos at 2 times and fully appreciate everything he's doing? You'd miss a lot of stuff. But if that's what you got time for and that's how you consume your content, thank you for watching. I don't care. Like,
Yeah,
hey, you happy? I'm
I'm
happy.
happy. Right.
We good. I
Yeah.
promise you, we good. Still friends. No love lost. I promise. But that's just just something to think about as you consume it. This is really one of the most down to earth reviews in the space. So
Yeah.
appreciated Vines and Match Treasure.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I wanted to pop that. I mean, and that's what the kickbacks are. Like Transylvania, this is one of the reasons um, that we're doing this. Like, and I think I'm gonna keep them going during the season. And I plan to. I had a couple of ideas earlier as I was getting ready for this one of like what I want to do during this season, like for the kickback. So I got a couple of ideas of what I want to do with that. What's
Yeah, man.
going
I
on,
think
Nick? I see you just popped in here. Hey, appreciate you for popping in. Hey, man, me and Nick be vibing. Like, me and Nick be vibing on IG, bro.
yeah. Hey, those cars, man. I never get tired of looking at that daggone Beamer shop with its own YouTube video. That I'd like to see y'all just build them, man. Like we all remember Pimp My Ride,
Oh, yeah.
right? When I think of Beamer Shop being on YouTube, I'm thinking of a classy, pinky out Pimp My Ride, where it's not
Mm,
all the theatrics,
yeah.
but you just show me how a normal mechanic would do it. A
Yeah.
restoration process. That would be dope, especially if you can capture these one vehicle and you take same thing we were just saying. You take 2 weeks work and you cram that into a 12-minute video. Right,
Hmm.
that's one pop. You're
Yeah.
welcome. If you have the time to do it and you do it, you're welcome. And you call the YouTube channel Beamer Shop. Lushy stepping out behind me speaking.
Oh, appreciate. Hey,
So,
man, appreciate you for coming through. Appreciate you coming through.
go get your
Um,
rest, brother.
and the thing is what I look back on is like the work that I did in the body shop. Like, if I had been like cognizant of like YouTube and doing all of that, like I've done full renovations on like full restorations on like multiple vehicles. Like we did a VW thing. I don't even know like most people know what a VW thing is.
I was about to say, what's the thing with a VW? What do you mean, like a car? No, it's
No,
actually called a
like
thing.
that's actually the name of it is a
Uh,
VW thing. It's like a little
uh,
4-door Volkswagen Jeep looking
I've
vehicle.
seen those. I've
Little
seen them here.
little
Of
half
course,
door
I would see them here. It's
like
your European pickup truck, kind of. Well, I guess SUV.
more SUV like.
Yeah, more
More
SUV.
it's more like a Jeep.
Right,
it's more
but
like a
it's smaller.
small. Yeah.
Right,
It's a
yeah,
little
because the
small,
roads are small. Yeah,
little small joints. It's like it's
yeah,
almost like a Jeep, kind of built like a
yeah,
Jeep, smaller,
yeah,
4-door, little half door joint.
yeah.
Bruh, like we did a full renovation on, and that's just one of the ones that come back to mind, and that was one. And
Nick's a good one.
we did a
Shoot, if I
kit
can
car.
find one, I'm gonna buy it and bring it back, Nick. I'm bringing it straight to your shop. If I can find one for the right price, we gonna talk.
Oh yeah, you
We
talking about
gonna
what?
talk, Nick.
Oh, you
I'm
talking
gonna
about
have a
what?
whole new, yeah, that thing, that VW
Yeah.
thing. I see them around, and a lot of people do that. If I can get one that's older than 20 years
Oh
or
yeah,
25 years,
yeah,
it's considered an antique.
they ain't made them
So,
they ain't made them joints since like the 70s, I believe.
oh, okay. Well, then all I gotta do is find one. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
when you get it that old, it's an antique, and I don't have to have it
Oh
up to
yeah.
any of the specs.
Yeah.
If it's
It's
younger than that, you got to make sure it's all U.S. specs and codes, but it's
nah.
considered an antique
It
once it's
yeah.
older. So that's
Nah.
like
Them
little
joints
cheat
was
codes.
made a long time ago. Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think them joints been made maybe the 80s.
Yeah.
But them joints was old. Cause remember
And even in,
I did
in
this
the
back
80s,
in
we safe now.
I did that in '04. I did
Yeah.
that in '04,
And it was old then.
and it was old then.
And it's 2022. Oh my
And that renovation we did in no, it might have been '03. It might have been like '03, '04.
God. Okay.
We did that full restoration on that VW thing, and it was maybe 6 months ago. They just brought it back for a little bit of paint peel that started to happen like in a little small spot. And you
Okay.
talk about from '04.
That's why. That's that good paint.
That's quality
They don't
work,
make
right? That's that quality work right there.
they don't
That's
make
what
it
I'm
paint
talking
like
about.
that. He said,
That
"Yep, the 80s."
yep, the '80s.
Yeah.
I knew it was like '70s, '80s. They ain't made them joints in forever. You ain't gotta worry about that's an antique for sure.
Yeah. Cool, man.
All right,
I'm
well
gonna go ahead
shoot.
and step down. Yeah, I was gonna step down and let you close it out, brother. That's
Yeah,
what you
I'm
was about to do. Cause it
and that's
sounded
what
like
I
that's what you was about to
that's
do.
exactly. I was getting ready to close it down with you on here. I wouldn't even
Oh well,
go.
shoot! I hang out there. Yeah, I hang out. Let it ride to the. I ride it to the end of the wheels. Keep Keep an eye out for 1959 Ford Anglia. Okay.
Yeah, I know what that is,
All right.
but I ain't
Ford
seen one of them.
Anglia.
Yeah, I ain't seen one of them in forever.
Look it up right now. Ford Anglia. So I know what it looked like.
All right, so all right, everybody. This was just a kickback. We didn't have a whole lot going on. We was, as you can see, we was just in here chatting and chilling. So if y'all got any other questions y'all want to bring up, pop them in there. If you just joining, Nick, I know you just tuned in. We've been on here for about 2 hours, about I don't know, yeah, right at 2 hours. So if y'all got any more questions, y'all got anything else, drop them in there. If not, we're going to hang out for another minute or two, and then we're going to let y'all go and get you on about your way. And if you got anything else planned out for the rest of the night, you can go off and enjoy that. Turf, you got anything to close us out with?
Nah, man, I had a good time. Thanks for having me up here. Appreciate it. It's 2 in the morning, so I'm sipping my tea. It's good tea too. It's chamomile tea. Got me feeling nice and relaxed.
Oh, that chamomile
Sounds like
about to put you down.
well, yeah, it's good vibes, man. Put out some good information. Dropped a couple little Easter eggs here and there along the way. I still got one more Easter egg in me, but I'm gonna say that for my own platform. I might go live sometime this week. They said, "What's next IG?" Well, part of it is what you see right there, Sunday
Yep, Sunday
Backyard
back here.
Farmer.
Yep.
But to go see them cars, that's the Beamer shop. It's I think I'm gonna spell it right. Beamer shop. I think that's it. At Beamer shop. But James, I'll send it to you. I'll send you his profile. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you find it first, let me know. But I'm pretty sure that's it. It's either you can go to if you go to at Sunday Backyard Farmer on IG, you'll find his Beamer shop because I think he's got them correlated somehow.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's a cool IG.
It's
It's a
yeah.
cool
It's a cool little yeah. Definitely cool page. Um, yeah, I ain't got too much going on, people. I appreciate y'all for joining us. Um, I didn't expect this was gonna be 2 hours at all, but yeah,
Me neither. I
yeah,
thought you would have been done. By
yeah.
the time I finally got a little turf down, because you wouldn't act right. I'm telling you. I laid him down, crept out of there. It was like I waited 5 minutes just to see that the thing soaked. And it's like as soon as I put the headphones on
You
and
heard him.
I heard him through the I was like, gotta
Yeah.
go.
So Turf was who I was trying to bring up first earlier on, y'all. When
Yeah,
I
yeah.
switched over, he was like, "Nope, up, hold up."
Don't worry. I gotta fall off anyway.
But yeah, man, it was good. It was good kicking it with y'all, Turf. Once again, I appreciate you for coming through. And
Yeah.
this is just kind of going to be as we get into the season. Of course, the kickbacks will have more definition to like related to lawn care or what's going on. But I also want to keep the kickbacks open to like what we was just talking about when with the VW thing and car restorations. And I just kind of want this to be an open forum in addition to the lawn care. If you just want to come through, chill, kick it, you got something on your mind, you got a topic you want to talk about, we can talk about lawn care, we can talk about cars, we can talk about hunting, fishing, all of that. Y'all know all of those topics are down my lane. So you can just come through, we can kick it, and the kickback is going to be relaxed, less structured, and we just going to hang out and have a good time. So I appreciate y'all for joining, and come through, check the next one. I think Turf said he's working on a video. Polo was working on his video. That should be out
Drop
sometime
tomorrow.
this week.
He said drop tomorrow.
Okay,
That's
so
what
he said it's going to be dropping tomorrow. So make sure you go over and you check that out. And once again, I appreciate y'all for joining. Appreciate the support on the channel, and we gonna catch y'all on the next one. Just know we work.
Working. That was a nice little